Bring on the heat, guys. Let's have a chat about it. Hi guys, Chris here at Midlife Carpentry. Back again for another little installment, a bit of exciting installment. Today I wanted to talk about heat. Now, as some of you may or may not know, I'm a first year apprentice carpenter up here in North Queensland. I live up in Cairns. So she gets pretty hot and humid up this way. And we have, obviously, spring has sprung. She's blowing a gale here today. But summer's around the corner and we know she's going to get nice and hot. So I've gone from sitting in a nice air-conditioned office during those times to now actually being exposed to the elements and that sort of thing. First of all, a bit of history, I guess, about me. I grew up in Mount Isa. That's where I'm from, so in Western Queensland. I don't know whether you know about it. It's a mining town right in the centre of Queensland, near the NT border and stuff. She gets hot out there. You know, you're talking 40-degree heats and that sort of stuff. It's a dry heat, a bit different. But that's how I grew up. I've always been around it. It doesn't scare me. I'm not accustomed to the heat. But we're going to talk about how I feel. This is me personally, how I feel. The things that help me feel better when I'm working in the heat. What helps me get through the day? Okay, it all comes down to me. It all comes down to basically the time you wake up. So the first thing you do when you get up in the morning, and that's taking the time to have a drink of water. Sounds simple enough, but with breakfast, you know, I have a coffee, yes, but I try and make sure I have a little drink of water and stuff in there too. So whether it's a glass of water or something, I try and drink that up at the start of the morning, start of my day. It sets me up, okay? Then through the day, don't be afraid to drink water. Water's probably one of the biggest keys to staying hydrated, obviously. I'm sure you guys have all heard about hydration and how important it is to you. I'm not going to go into too much of those sort of details, the sciencey stuff. That's not me. I'm no way a medical professional or anything. This is just my personal experiences. I'm sharing on with you guys, and heck, you can give them a crack, have a go, and see if it helps you as well. So we're going to talk about water. So water is obviously a priority. So drink lots of it. If you're thirsty, you should have drunk before that. That's a good way to tell. If you're getting thirsty, if you're actually smacking your lips and going, man, I'm thirsty, man, I need a drink, you should have had a drink before that. Before that gets to you, drink beforehand. Always drink beforehand. So try and get in the habit of just having your water bottle close by, having it somewhere near you, and just duck off and grab a quick drink. It's going to be hard because you're going to always be under the pump. You're always going to be doing your job, whether you're doing roofing or framing or whatever. It's going to be tricky. Hey, you might want to even look at getting a camel pack, so you've got it on you at all times. You know, have a little mouthful and stuff like that, and keeps you going. And top up your camel pack because they're not really that big. But yeah, I mean that might be an option for you. It all depends on who you work with, what the guys you are working with are like. Our crew's pretty good. Everyone understands that obviously water's important. So, you know, no one's really pulled me up or had a big chat to me about, you know, wasting time to kind of get a drink of water or anything. Everyone understands that it's important to stay hydrated. So yeah, this is my weapon of choice for water. So it's about 4 litres, 3.8 or something I think it is. It's a great cooler water bottle. There's a lot of them out there. A lot of guys out there do them. Yeti do, and Coleman I think do one as well. You know, the blue ones with the white caps. You see them everywhere. They're pretty common too. So, but this is one I've had for quite a long time, and does a good job too. Keeps the water cool. Even out in the sun, it still keeps water nice and cool. With your water though, it's hard because they say that freezing cold water, ice cold water, isn't best for you. So yeah, try and find that happy medium so that you're not drinking icy cold water in the middle of the day, in the heat of the day when you're struggling. So yeah, that's my little tip, because you're going to want to get that water down to you fast, not try and, you know, burn your throat on the way down with the coldness. So yeah, it can. I have been told it can cause shock. So just keep that in mind. Like if you are that dehydrated and you've got to drink in a hurry, yeah, I don't know the full details on that, but yeah, I'm sure you can do research if you're really keen on it. So, all right, so that's water, guys. On to the next thing. Okay guys, so the next thing, let's have a chat about sun protection. So the sun hammers down in summer, obviously, and springtime, and most of the year, all year round here in Australia. So protecting yourself from it is important. I sit in the category of high risk for skin cancers. I recently had 2 cut out off my back. I don't know whether you remember that in one of my episodes. I mentioned something about it. I'll show you a couple of quick photos if you really go, but don't, obviously you might want to sort of finish what you're eating and stuff first before you go and see these. So there's just some photos of the stitches on my back and how much they took out. So it's, yeah, it was nasty. Wasn't a good experience. Wasn't nice. So yeah, I'm always quite conscious about trying to cover up and yeah, making sure that trying to avoid that sun exposure as much as I can. Although it's odd, I've had them on my back, I've hardly ever not worn shirts and stuff. So yeah, I still get potential skin cancers. So yes, sunscreen, that's one. Keep that handy. Most of the times your employer will supply that sort of stuff, but it doesn't hurt to have your own sitting in the ute ready to go. Have it somewhere close, throw it on. For us, we've been given long shirts. So we wear long shirts with collars, which is great. So we've got great sun shirts, great sun protection. I wear long pants, regardless of whether it's hot or cold. I've always got long pants on for that sun protection. And then obviously with the sunscreen, because I've already got long sleeves, so and legs, all I'm sunscreening basically is my neck, back of the neck. I still do the face and the ears. I do the bridge of my nose in that as well. Anything up from that saw me fairly well protected from the hat, which is Exhibit A behind me. We'll go into that one quickly. And then the other side of it is I actually have to sunscreen just on the inside here. I don't know whether you can kind of see the little tan marks there from where my gloves stop and move, and then where my sleeve stops. So there's like a point where I get a little bit sunburnt. So I try and rub sunscreen in there as well. So yeah, everyone's different. If you're wearing shorts, if you're wearing a t-shirt, if you're not wearing a collar or anything like that, I make sure, load it up, don't be afraid to, and reapply it. It's a 4-hour thing. So, I mean, most of the time, you do your morning stint, you have smoko, after smoko, smash it down again, put some more on, and keep going, keep working through your day. So, yeah, I think they normally say half an hour before it actually starts taking into effect or something. So, yeah. Right, hat. Yes, it's a nice wide brim hat. Very important. This isn't an akubra, no. This is a poor man's akubra, I guess you could say. You call it a Willem Bear. Yeah, I guess you could call them hipster ones, I guess, I don't know. But they're pretty handy. They've got a little adjustment tab and stuff inside, just with a little bit of elastic and Velcro, so that when I was on roof, I think earlier this week, it was blowing a gale, so it was windy as. I was worried about my hat blowing off. I've actually tensioned that right up, it sits on nice and tight, and it didn't blow away, so bonus for that, so it's just good. So yeah, so wide brim hat, good and important to cover your face, give yourself a veranda, basically a veranda for your head. Sunnies, the other one. Sunnies, I've actually just recently bought these ones, but it's entirely up to you what preference you have. If I'm working, I've always got safety glasses, so Sinter safety glasses. Because you never know when you need to use a grinder outside, you never know when you're using a drill or you've got swarf or whatever going on. I always use safeties. I've got nice glasses and stuff I wear in the car for on the weekends and stuff. They're not safeties, but yeah, always I put on safeties. Safeties are never the nicest sunnies to wear, but if you find a pair that you're comfortable with, then yeah, definitely put them on. They're definitely the way to go. So these are polarized, I prefer that. It's entirely up to you. And the other thing that when I purchased these the other day, I found it hard to find sunnies that didn't have little rubber strips inside here. Okay, so just on your nose bridge. Yeah, normally they've got like a little rubber tip. Now that rubber tip, that can actually deteriorate with your sunscreen and your sweat. I think you spoke about people with acidic skin can affect the glues. So yeah, I've always gone, both with my safety glasses, clear ones, and my tinted, I always make sure that I don't have those little nose bridges on there, the little rubber bridges on there. I find that they last a lot longer that way. That's if you don't, drop them or lose them or throw them in a trailer full of rubbish, which is what I think I did the other day. Anyway, so yeah, so sunnies. Sunnies are good. Right, so that pretty much covers us for sun protection, I guess. If there's other stuff, obviously there's plenty of information out there on how to stay safe, sun safe and stuff. But yeah, you slip, slop, slap. Everybody's free to wear sunscreen. Everybody is free to wear sunscreen. Watch it, Google it, have a listen. Good advice. Okay guys, so the other little thing that I wanted to have a chat to you about that can help out, and it helps me out personally, everyone's different of course, is the little sachet that could save your life. Yes. So this is Squincher. There's quite a few different, electrolyte replenishment drinks and stuff out there. These are the ones that the boss gets. You can get them from most of your safety stores. You get them in a pack. You mix them up with a bit of water and away you go. So they're quite tasty, which is good. I wouldn't have any more than maybe one a day, because I've heard stories, some nasty stories of what can happen later on, and things flowing a little freely, if that kind of makes sense, downstairs. So yeah, don't have too many of them, but I find that I do have a bit of a pick-me-up with these. These are good for that afternoon shift. So I'll find after lunch, I normally try and have one of these. So around that 1 o'clock area, I try and smash one of them down, and it helps me get through the rest of the afternoon, gives me a bit of a buzz and a pickup and stuff as well. So yeah, it's up to you. You might have Staminade, you might have something, but it does not hurt to have an electrolyte supplement, electrolyte drink sort of handy to help you out. Powerades are okay. They're kind of not really what you want, but yeah, if you can get something with your Staminade or just stick with your Squinchers and stuff, they're pretty handy. If your boss hasn't got them, see if you can get some for you, especially in those hot days. So yeah, Squincher. Hope that's helped out, guys. That's my little bit on handling the heat, basically. So obviously in our role, in our jobs and stuff like that, in construction, heat is inevitable. Like, you're always going to be approaching it, you're always going to be dealing with it. So if you're starting to feel lightheaded, or you're not feeling right, through the day, just pull up, like have a drink, take 5 seconds out, like mention something to someone. Say, man, I feel dizzy as fuck. Like, excuse the French, I feel dizzy. I feel a bit out of it. I'm not quite comfortable. Because if you're up on a frame, if you're up in a roof frame or something, or on a roof, on a roof and stuff like that, which we were the other day, like, and the tin's just blaring off at you, and it's hot and it's windy, and you just feel a bit disorientated and stuff. Take 5, have a drink, have a supplement drink, have your electrolyte drink as well. That could help you out. Have a bit of food, have something to try and reset you a bit, and then kick on with the rest of the day. So you've got to remember that you can get to a point where you will pass out. This stuff's no mucking around. This is, you can black out if you don't look after yourself up there or wherever you're working. Doesn't matter where you can black out. So if you black out the wrong time, you fall off a roof or fall down a hole or trip over something or whatever, and get in the way of a digger or something, like those things are quite dangerous. So keep that in mind, guys. Like, don't take this stuff too lightly. Like, I'm trying to, just make you all aware and stuff of that. A lot of videos out there, guys, official videos by people who are probably a lot more qualified than I am. So yeah, Google it, do some research, and remember, stay cool as best you can. Keep hydrated, keep the sun off you, and those little things will help you out. So, what has Chris been doing in midlife carpentry? This week's been a fun little week. We've been smashing out our roof job and stuff like that in town. At that backpackers there, so that's coming along nicely. We did a big gutter job and stuff, so we removed a heap of skylights, and there's a lot of manual handling. Wrecked me a little bit, so that was fun. Same deal, it was on the roof, it's nice and hot, so I just had to keep the water up, sort of thing. I did a little trip to Port Douglas, which was amazing. It's always nice to go for little drives like that, and it just helps you appreciate. It helped me appreciate why I got out of the office, why I got away from that desk, is to go and see things like that and to be a part of that. Like driving to port, beautiful spot. Like, it's just such a nice, and the day was beautiful. Like, the water was dead still on the way out there, and it's just absolutely magic, guys. So yeah, great opportunity. And I went out, changed the door on my own, so I was pretty happy with that. Obviously, I can always improve. But yeah, got to use some of the 40 volt gear, which is even better. I thoroughly enjoyed using that. Yeah, so there'll be more on that sort of stuff later on as well. Still waiting for the rest of my kit, so the stuff that I've ordered, got some stuff on back order. It's exciting. So exciting times. So we're yeah, installing windows, brand new windows out of Goldsboro into a new house. So that was interesting. It was good to be a part of that, being involved in that process and stuff as well, because that's a huge part of your modules and stuff. Took a few photos and just good to be generally involved in it, understanding how to seal it up, tape it, yeah, just to waterproof the windows and make sure that they're not going to leak or get any water ingress or anything from it. So yeah, it was good to be a part of all that. So yeah, otherwise I've been busy tidying up the back of the ute. She was a schmozzle and stuff earlier today, so she's a lot tidier now. I'm about to go and give her a quick little bath, quick scrub. She's a bit messy and externally as well. You've got to look after your rig, you've got to look after the old workhorse. I got a toolbox too, guys. If you're interested, I'll show you a quick photo. So it's a double lock toolbox. If there's anyone in Cairns who needs a toolbox, you must be an apprentice. That's a must. You must be an apprentice. And you need a toolbox for something, then on the back of the ute or storing tools at your house or whatever, sing out. Like it's sitting here in Cairns, it's not doing anything. Yeah, just sing out and yeah, we'll arrange something. Jump on Instagram and stuff. You'll follow me there and shoot me a PM, and yeah, it's yours, man. So yeah, get in touch, see if it's available. All right, guys. Otherwise, that's it for me this week. Build on legends. Smash it out, get it happening, stay cool, stay hydrated, keep that sun off, and avoid all them nasty skin cancers and stuff that you can get. And yeah, that was not a fun experience at all. Getting them out, not fun, bit of a nasty one. So yeah, wouldn't wish it on anyone. Next week, not sure what we're doing next week. I'll keep you posted though, hey? All right, guys, you take care.